Unlimited inventory is the scourge of powerful communication. Let me say that again. Unlimited inventory is the scourge of powerful communication. You know, it's not PowerPoint that causes death by PowerPoint. There's no problem with PowerPoint. The issue with PowerPoint is you can always add another slide. The problem with your website is we can always add another page. If you're using AI, if you're writing in Microsoft Word, whatever you're doing, you can just keep going and keep going and keep going and adding more and more and more. We've got unlimited data on a lot of our phones. We've got unlimited storage on a lot of our devices. We need to stop. We need to impose some restrictions on ourselves. If you listen to some of the great creative minds in art, they'll tell you that creativity comes from the restrictions, from the format, from a scarcity. I have to make this collage, but I can only use pebbles of a certain size. I have to make this song, but I can only play these two instruments and I've only got 2.5 minutes and 3 chords. There's a freedom and a creativity that ironically comes from the scarcity and the restriction. What we've got in modern communications is we've got absolute abundance. We've got unlimited inventory, and we've lost the gatekeepers because nobody wants to be the bad person anymore, the awkward customer that says, no, you're not publishing that. No, that can't go on. No, we don't have space. No, that's not a good use of resources. No, the audience doesn't want it. Unlimited inventory lets us just run riot, and it dilutes and diminishes the product, and it overwhelms our audience. I'm turning in an old hack now because of my roots in journalism and newspapers and linear old-fashioned broadcasting, where the news bulletin had to be 3 minutes. That's it. Or the newspaper had to have 36 pages. End of. Only very, very rarely would they add additional inventory to the newspaper. Limiting the inventory will improve the quality of your work. It will lead to constructive discussions with your colleagues, decision making, and a far greater respect for the audience. The audience, as Steve Jobs says, the audience don't really know what they want. They'll tell you that they like all the freedom and the looseness and the no rules of podcasts and, you know, choose whatever you like from Netflix and all that stuff. But the truth is that the audience needs an element of curation. They need to be told what's important. They need you to prioritize the information that you give them. And if you can do that, then you will win their trust and respect, and ultimately you will gain influence, which I'm assuming is exactly what you want. If this strikes a chord, you're most welcome to subscribe to this podcast or get in touch with us here at Comsteria. We can send you our training and consultancy brochure. We can talk about what you need to get the results that you want. Thanks very much for listening. Share this with someone who needs it.